Okay, Jim, this is an introduction to your new truck. I thought I'd show you a couple of the bits on it so that when you do get it you kind of know how to operate it, if you like. First of all, the standard cab is there with the bonnet and the doors. I did actually swap the glass out for the glass on my Escalade because I didn't think I could get the marks out of your one, so I can work on my one later. So that's all pretty much the same. Then you've got the obviously the tray where I'll just pop something on where one of your cars would sit, possibly your Caddy race car. Here's some tie downs there. Wasn't quite sure how to set up chains for that, but you might have some better ideas. But they're on there anyway. So it's hinged at the back, just under here, and you can see it's sort of popped out, but there is a kind of a hydraulic ram. I left it that way just so that it gives a bit of flexibility, but it probably only needs to go up about that high in order to roll back. Now the actual rollback bit is quite tight, so you do need to put a bit of pressure on it. But when if you just hold the chassis and then just pull back, it's got quite a bit of resistance on it. So you can see it goes back, what's that, a couple of 2.5 inches or so. It can go back a lot further. In fact, you can slide the whole thing right off if you wanted to, but probably back, or maybe even 4 or 5 inches, and then you can see it'll tilt back, and that's probably a reasonable angle. Certainly you can go back further just to get a nice gentle tilt on it there if you want to, and then your car should roll on and roll off quite nicely. I'll just borrow this hot rod, and my workbench isn't quite long enough to show you this properly, but if you can imagine, this is your car here, and you can see it'll drive on quite nicely, and then you'd hook it all up, and that would come up, and if the hydraulics are all in place, that would slide up, and then you'd pull the car in like that, and there you go. Voila. So I'm reasonably sure it'll have a gentle enough slope to be able to get one of your, I think you wanted to put your CTSV race car on it, so should be okay for that. It does have a little winch there, but you can wind it in and out, but it's a wee bit awkward, so it's kind of more for display purposes, I guess. And has a tow bar on the back. Yep, can you see that? There we go, as requested. You can unbolt that little screw there and take the tow bar off if you wanted to. And it's got some lights on the back as well. I think I've showed you, I do have some photos of it hooked up with a trailer, so it will tow a GMP type trailer as well. So there we go. All I have to do now is figure out how to put it in a box. So that's my next wee challenge. Alright, cheers.